Hello, I'm Dawn. This is Yarn is a Sport. Thanks for coming by to play ball. This was going to be a what are my goals for 2024? And as I go through the notes, it's more of a what are my make-alongs that I'm participating. I do this partly to keep myself accountable and partly to find people out there that have like minds and a love for fiber. I don't usually say anything about new subscribers. I kind of think of this just as a personal video that I just happen to put out for everyone. But I do have a higher number of subscribers than I realized, and I do want to thank everybody for coming by and visiting with me. Today, I am going to tell you the make-alongs I'm doing and tell you my plans for one of my advents from this year, and then my plan for the advent that I had last year and some minis that I've picked up this past couple of years. My first crochet along, make-along, it's a make-along, is Crochet ADHD Jackie's Hip to Be Square MAL, which is make-along. And she put in there that she doesn't care if you knit, crochet, Tunisian, quilt, or origami. She just wants you to participate and start a habit of doing something for yourself. And that is my goal this year, is to do some selfish knitting, crocheting, making. For Jackie's Hip to Be Square, all she wants you to do is 2 squares for a project. And she figures that'll give you 24 squares, which would make a smaller throw afghan. You can do more, from what I understand. You can do more than that. And I will be. I am planning to utilize my Griswold Advent from Polka Dot Creek. I really like the colors, and I am going to do let me show you. These are not in any order, and being that they will be squares, I'm going to do them and then lay them out. I don't know if the pattern has you put them together as you go, but my plan is just to do a square and then put them together. These are the colors. And I was going to do navy, but it did have an ivory that came with it. Now this pattern is for a DK, but I know how to alter the pattern, so I will be doing the fingering weight, and I like mine more airy, more, bigger stitch holes in it. So that's my intention. But this is called the Quilted, oh man, it's called the Quilted Pullover. I will put it below. I haven't purchased it yet, but it is my intention to purchase it. It is, it's not going to tell you. It is the Quilted Pullover. And she did it with Vita Lifestyle New York Classic Sock. And like I thought she's, oh no, this says fingering. I thought she said she did DK. This is a fingering. So it takes 1,700 to 2,250 yards. And I have the ivory that came with that and in another fingering that I had done. So I'm sure I'm going to have enough. That is my intention. Now, from what I can tell from the photo, it's rows front and back of 5 squares and about 25 to do the front panel and the back panel. And you have the sleeves. So I'm going to have to do more than, I figure I'm going to need to do like 1 a week, 1 to 5 a week to be able to do all of them and get it together by December. So that is my goal. And all that Jackie wants you to do is to post a picture of your 2 squares for the month in hashtag hip2be_square MAL, and I will put that down below. Then segueing with Kimberly McAlindin, she does a knit along with Long Island Yarn and Farm, which if you know Tabitha from Long Island Yarn and Farm, she calls it LIYF, LIYF, and we're lifers. But Kimberly designs and Tabitha sponsors a make-along, and it's more of a class. It's Zoom calls, visit with each other, we chat. If you need help with something or a suggestion, there's people there to help. It's really a fun time. It's 4 weeks. It starts February 29th, and then it's March 7th, March 14th, and March 28th. They skip the 21st. There's a conflict. One of them is booked for something they do every year. There is a fee for your spot for the Zoom call, but you have access to, you get the pattern, and you have access to those Zoom calls forever, the videos. And this year, my understanding is it's going to be more of a oversized rectangle with an opening, and then the sides are done up, and you can, if you want, attach sleeves. That's my plan. You can do, I don't know if it's an eyelet cord or just a regular neckband, and she has it all the way to a turtleneck, and I'm going to do the mock turtleneck on it. And it does take 7 skeins if you are going to do the sleeves and the turtleneck. It is a lot of knitting, but it's mostly stockinette from what I understand. It is done flat, and there is beginner lace. But the fun you have, and you don't have to finish. If you have questions about anything, there'll be somebody to answer. It's a fun time. So that is my intention, to do that one at the end of February into March. Currently, I am doing Two Sisters and Some Yarn, and theirs is called Who Done It. And for that one, you can do anything. And it's got a little story for you to read, and then clues. They have other podcasters, and some of them are red herrings, and then others of them give you hints. I'm in it more for the camaraderie. I'm not good at mysteries, and I don't like surprises. I like puzzles sometimes, so I'm going to try to partake in this one. But I'll have Two Sisters and Some Yarn listed below, and the Who Done Knit, K-N-I-T, it's just because of the way it sounds with the mystery. But they have like 3 listings for the hashtag, and you can do anything you want. You don't have to finish. They just want you to participate in the camaraderie. Then the other one I am doing is Hooker versus Hooker, and I want to encourage anybody out there that does crochet that is the traditional crochet to do this one. It is a fabulous exercise in creativity. What you're given is an item to make, which is a bag, and your colors. 4 colors are gray, blue, purple, and pink. It can be any shade that you want, but you can only use one shade of the color, and a bag. Make a gift bag if nothing else to put the items into that you're making if you knit or you crochet something else. It does need to be traditional, and you do need to use all 4 colors and make a bag. It could be a market bag, it can be a tote bag, and you can use a pattern. But I think this is a great way to experiment, because it can be such a simple item. You can do something complex, but it can be a simple item to put together and come up with the design yourself. So that one is February 1st, and that's with MadMimi'sCrochet and Farming, co-hosted by Jan of An Alaskan Crafter. Lynn chose the colors, and Jax, Stitches by Jax, chose the item. And that'll be February 1st. It'll be on MadMimi'sCrochet. She has live, so if you go to her YouTube channel and you go under live, it'll be under there. The first one they did was, I think, in August with Seta. I think many of you know who Seta is. And that was just a lot of fun to watch. They did another one on October, and that one, the diversity of what they came up with was interesting in both cases, but it was just a lot of fun. They like to give each other a hard time. And it is something that is done in fun. It's done in, just, like your brother. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. That it's meant to be in fun. So that is what I am working on. Those are my goals, what I'm doing. I was working a lot on the hooker versus hooker, and I have read through the, she gives an email for the whodunit. I've read through the first week. The next one comes out tomorrow, which will be today because I'm releasing this on Sunday. So I need to go back and watch this week's podcasters. And you don't have to watch all of them. It's just, there's clues, and some of them are red herrings. And then I'm excited to look forward to the LIYF Rainbows make-along. And I haven't chosen my yarn for that one yet, but I know, and I'm planning, scheduling for that. And then Jackie's Hip to be Square. I am so excited to get this Advent done for next year. That'll be my Christmas sweater for myself. And like I said, my daughter has the David Bowie. She's not chosen her pattern. She knows a sweater, but she doesn't know if she wants it to be a cardigan or a pullover. She may just get what she gets. But that's what I have for this week. I do hope that you'll do what I'm doing this year and just be a little selfish with your yarn. Do things for yourself, but always enjoy your crafting. This past year has not been an easy or a fun year. I don't need to go into everything that's going on. That's not why I'm doing this. Next year, this year, 2024, if we could have just skipped to 2025, I would have been, but never wish time away. Things happen for a reason. But I am going to be selfish, and that's how I'm going to survive the things I need to do this year. Enjoy your crafting. Thanks for coming by to play ball.